bit of it. Scratch that. So I've been talking to myself for the last minute. I love when I do that. Isn't it always fun? What would a Going Nerdy live stream be without technical difficulties, right? Short answer, it would be someone else's live stream. What I was saying before computer so rudely interrupted is very excited. December 29th, we getting the Book of Boba. I mean, that's what I want for Christmas, right? That's all I want for Christmas. And also the pops for the Funko Pops, guys. I do jealous. Boom! He glows in the dark. The crazy weirdo who likes to eat pie. Oh my gosh, it can get started. I love it, dude. I actually almost went to Costco today and bought a pumpkin pie. So this is what I'm up against. I gotta tell you, I was a little disappointed in myself last round. I got an opening win, right? I don't know what happened, but the dude, he just let me have it. To be honest, that's really what it comes down to. The guy let me have it, and then and I won, which was great. I was like, all right, sweet, I'm gone one, and then like I didn't stream round 2 or 3 last time, and I'm a little disappointed. I'm glad I didn't stream round 2 because it was so embarrassing that I'm just really glad that I didn't, because it's hooked. I said this. What's good, guys? How you guys doing? Grundy over there on Twitch. Like I'm stoked. So I am as always trying to upset my good friend the Nev. And I am multi-streaming. He's always upset with me when I do this, but he's not on right now. So but yeah, I wish the Book of Boba Fett was coming out sooner as well. It looks dope. I am just the screener, the teaser, the image for, like, you got Boba sitting on Jabba's throne, like all laid back Al Bundy style, like owning it. That's so amazing. Super. It hasn't been delayed. That's the thing, and that's the good news coming out. Book of Boba Fett isn't delayed. It's the 29th of December. All right? They didn't officially announce it until today. But I mean, that's at least something. Let me look at this. Okay, it's Darth Maul. Scared the crap out of me. But like I was hoping for early December. Like I really was. But you know, it is what it is. Like I'll deal with it. I can do bounty hunters. I can do. You know what? I'm going to go. That's my impression of Admiral Trench, who's clearly coming to the game. I mean, I've been saying it forever, but now like footage is being leaked, and yeah, he's coming. Let's go. I'm gonna go first order. I'm gonna open up with Luke. Yeah, Boba's freaking dope. And I gotta say, like, if you guys collect Funko like I do, like, I'm super excited for the Funko that are coming out. So stoked. But the Boba Fett, like Dad bought Boba from season 2. It's a little worrisome. Like, he looks cool. Like, don't get me wrong, he's cool. I'm sure I'm gonna get him. But he's got like the scars all over his head and whatnot, and so it's like, Yeah, I'm gonna show you guys here. Like I was showing Grundy, and I don't know if he could have heard me when I was telling him. Um, freaking Bosk, not Bosk, boss, because he's the boss. I very happy for that. Um, and then who else do I have? Oh, what's this? What's this? Versio. What? Now this one doesn't have the helmet on, right? She's not the Chase, which is like I looked it up because I bought a couple of them because the guy at the GameStop was like, hey, if you buy a couple more, you're eligible to get a Chase Funko. And I was like, what's a Chase Funko? And he's like, oh, it's like just a special Funko. It has something slightly unique to him. And I was like, oh, well, that's cool. I'm down with that. I get a Chase. He's gonna kill my. Do I want to kill him? Who do I want to kill? I don't know. Let's go after him because he's heavier. Let's do this. Yeah, put him into not detention. What's that thing called? Stealth. And so I was like, all right, cool. I'll get the Chase, or I'll apply to get the Chase because it's not guaranteed. And so like I got a call the other day and like, oh hey, your Funko showed up. I was like, oh cool, what is it? Boom, it's the Chase. It's Versio Chase. I was like, what? That's dope. And then obviously I couldn't do it. I had to get Night Brother. Now what's funny about this is I was like, well, that's Night Brother's super dope, man. I got to get Night Brother. But then I was thinking, well, do I want to turn around and sell him and like maybe make a little bit off of it? And so then I was like, well, no, I'll just put one in my classroom. I'll put one in my office, or in my home, my studio, I guess you would call this, my basement lair. And I was like, yeah, I'll just do that. And so I was looking online. I was like, do I want to keep buying these? Or so I went over there to pick a couple of what do you call that? Pick a couple Funkos over at GameStop. And I was like, hey, man, how's it going? And he's like, oh, cool. And so like I bought a couple. And it turned out I had pre-ordered like 3. And I forgot that I paid for them. I was like, oh, sweet. So that was a win for me. Very excited. Let's look at Darth Maul. Let's see. I got my Geos, can kill Maul. Kylo. I'm going Kylo. But yeah, long story short, I'm very excited about what's happening in the Star Wars world today. I haven't watched all of Visions yet. I'm working my way through. I gotta say, I'm not a huge anime fan. Like, I appreciate anime, don't get me wrong. I don't want anyone to like lose their stuff over this. Like, anime can have some great storytelling. I've just now been I'm in my late 30s. I'm just now getting into Last Airbender. Right? And it's because I finally have someone to watch it with. My wife wouldn't watch it with me because, she doesn't like cartoons. And but I was like, all right, I'll give anime a shot. And so my daughter is like into it now. So it's super cool. I'm glad I have kids because I can do the stuff that my wife won't let me. Like watch the television that I want to watch. Dude, congratulations, Darth Chillis. He says he's got Darth Malik, 55 of 85 now. Congrats, that's awesome. Both Revan Relic 6, nice. And just got Trey a 7-star. Free to play, it's rough, man. Like it's a rough deal. Like had I not done YouTube and actually made a little bit of money, I would never have felt even remotely inspired to spend money on this game. Let's see. Bosk. As it is. And I made a little bit of money. I may have overindulged. That's my problem. Man, see, I really want to go. Well, you know what? I'm going to do Resistance. And I'm a little nervous about it. But I'm going to do, I'm going to do these guys. Oh, man. the last time I did this, a good stock to invest in, I did Dogecoin. GameStop. I don't know. I'm not a broker, and I will say that I do coin thing, Coinbase, coin whatever. Like whatever that is. Like I've cryptocurrency. And I've not made like very much money off of it, but like I remember feeling encouraged, like my gut was telling me, or Jesus, whoever you want to blame for this. It was like, buy Dogecoin. And I was like, I don't know. I couldn't find it. And I was being kind of lazy, right? And so I didn't actually invest when it was like at 0.0000 cents. And then like at the Super Bowl, it was at like 8 cents. And I was like, had I just invested, I would have been more well off. Here's the thing, and Darth, don't immediately leave after I say this. I still haven't watched any of the Cobra Kai. I know, somewhere out there, Nev is like, I don't know, beating a kitten over that response, and he's probably not. I'm sure Nev likes cats. He's English, and I just assume all English people are okay with cats. I don't know, but I still haven't watched it. I've heard wonderful things about Cobra Kai, and I just haven't gotten into it. To be honest, I think it's because it's associated with Ralph Macchio. I've got nothing like really against Ralph Macchio, but like I don't know. Like it was never my thing, right? When it comes to karate movies, okay? And I'm looking at my viewer count. It's going down the more I talk about how I haven't seen Cobra Kai. But as oh crap, what was I saying? Oh yeah. So, here's the thing. Karate movies, Three Ninjas, right, with the three kids, the twin brothers. One of them has the Hulk in it. Not the Hulk. Hulk Hogan. That's who I'm thinking of. I mean, how can you not have Hulk Hogan? Ninja Turtles, Super Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, because that was awesome. Number 1 was amazing. I'm talking like old 90s number 1. That was great. Number 2 was awesome because it had NC Hammer. Number 3, they travel back in time. Who doesn't want to see turtles to travel back in time and become samurai? Clearly, the answer is everybody wants to see that, right? Because it should have made millions and millions of dollars. It didn't, but, whatever. I blame that on, I don't know, the government. Enter the Dragon, great movie. I didn't really watch that one either. I should have. I've seen bits and pieces of it. I've obviously seen the Bruce Lee, Chuck Norris scene, which, look it up. I mean, after the show, obviously, but look it up. It's like, there's a video that says music makes the scene or something like that, and it's Bruce Lee and Chuck Norris. And if you go back and you watch the movie, Tum Tum Darkjilla is awesome. If you go back and watch it, it's like, they're taking off their shirts and their jackets and their gis and all that stuff. And it's got that hardcore music or whatever. But then, if you change that to the song Let's Get It On, it makes that whole scene totally different. I have not seen Free Guy. I actually signed up for, who was it? It's Paramount reached out. So like I get emails from, because I have the YouTube and the website. Paramount reached out to me. They're like, hey, you want a free copy? I was like, hell yeah, I want a free copy. And so I've been wanting to see it, but I just haven't been able to make it to the theaters, which is really frustrating. Let's see, Geos. I think I'm gonna go Rebels with Geos. Let me bring it up just to double check. But like I really want to see it, and I've wanted to see it for a long time. But they're gonna send me a DVD with it'll have like a DVD, it have like Blu-ray, and then have like a digital copy. And once I get that, I'll just give it out to you guys because it's fun that way. Let's see, Treya. I'm gonna use a full Sith team here because otherwise I'm gonna make a stupid choice and things will go badly for me. It's gonna happen. It happens all the freaking time. Let's go right here and then right here. Booyah, Grandma. Hold on. Let me double check that I'm going up against the Geos because that would be bad if I wasn't. Okay, Geos, Sith. But yeah, I'm telling you, man, like Tum Tum, all of those ninja movies back in the day that were like terrible that you'd watch as a kid that you're like, oh, this is amazing, and then you go back and you're like, this is the worst movie ever. But no, I haven't seen Free Guy yet. I'm waiting on like the copy they're gonna send me. Am I using the right guy? Yeah, let's do this. I really want to. I have a major man crush on what was I gonna say? Tom Hanks. That's not Tom Hanks. What's his name? Matt Damon. Matt Damon. No, what's his name? Sky Vodka and the Mint Mobile. What the hell is his name? How can I have a man crush on this guy? And Guy Pearce. That's not his name. Good Burger. Oh my gosh. Oh, I was watching, like, I've been trying to get my kids to watch all the movies that I watched as a kid. And I'm like, you're going to love these because, I'm a dad and I can do that now. Right? I'm like, sit down and watch this movie. Heavyweights. Right? Do you guys remember Heavyweights? It had Keegan-Michael Key. It had Keenan Thomas, right? Such a good movie. Such a good movie. And it has Ben Stiller in it. Like, Ben Stiller's the bad guy. Like, it's amazing. Good Burger was also another one that was really good. Oh man. There's just some classic movies that are great, I love them. So this is honestly, guys, this is obviously why I come in here. I'm not even paying attention to this. And because I'm not paying attention, I'm actually doing better than I would normally, I think. But yeah. All right, so I'm going to bring up Vader. All right, let's bring up that separatist Metal Mouth. Nope, not that Metal Mouth. This guy. Let's see. Other Kung Fu movies. Okay, so I will say Kung Fu Hustle, amazing film. That movie was awesome. I did watch Ip Man and I think Ip Man 2. I haven't seen some of the other ones. Let's see, where's that guy? And for kicks and giggles, just in case, I'm going to bring him in. I'm going to bring in the Wampa. I feel like this crazy team is going to do well for me. Now, Shaolin Soccer was just a dope movie. Protection. Let's do that. Put that on this guy. Great movie, Shaolin Soccer. What are some other ones? Let's come here. Yeah, there's just some great movies out there that, like, I'm glad that I was able to watch. Any of the Leprechaun movies were just phenomenal. Right? Leprechaun in the Hood, Leprechaun in Space. That was a dope one. If you never saw Leprechaun in Space, it was amazing. Yeah, there's just a lot of great movies out there. Oh, I shouldn't have gone after Biggs. Hit him, Biggs. There is one movie that I've always wanted to watch since, I haven't seen a movie in months. Why aren't you doing this? There we are. But I was thinking about what was some of the movies that I'd like to watch. One of the movies I watched as a kid that I've heard is just terrible now. Monster Squad. It was kind of around the same time as Goonies. But whereas Goonies was good, Monster Squad was not. And so, yeah, I've wanted to go back and rewatch it, and I've been told by those who have to not do it because it was just terrible. Real Monsters. I loved that. Such a good show. All of those Nicolas. I was talking to my students the other day. They asked me who my favorite Joker was because I got the book Batman White Knight, and it's a fascinating story. I haven't finished it yet. It's a comic. It's not super long. It's probably 150 pages, and it's a comic, so it's not heavy reading by any means. It's just been sitting on my desk, but as I'm sitting there and I'm watching, as I'm reading this, the kids are like, what's your favorite Joker? Hawk the Slayer. Oh, okay, hold on. Hudson Hawk, and I'll come back to that. Remember that Hudson Hawk. But where was I? Hawk the Slayer. Yeah. So Dark Knight, and I was like, they're like, what is your favorite Joker? And I was like, well, Heath Ledger's my favorite Joker. I said, as far as film goes, Heath Ledger's my favorite Joker. But to say anyone other than Mark Hamill is the best Joker would be wrong. Because Mark Hamill is the best Joker. There is no argument there. He just is the best Joker. And as we were talking about that, the kids and they're like, oh yeah, it totally makes sense. But back in the day, 90s cartoons, just the best. Oh my gosh, Bunny, Ball, Hudson Hawk is the worst movie that is absolutely amazing. If you have never seen Hudson Hawk, find it. It's Bruce Willis. It's the guy who plays I don't know. I forget his name, but he plays the Loki, one of the Lokis, but he's also the same guy, and his name is totally escaping me. I blame the COVID on this. I don't have COVID right now, but it's just left me with the brain fog. But he's the bad guy. It is amazing. It is such a good movie, and it's one of the best movies to watch. I think probably if you're drunk or high or something. Now, that is a TV show that I really want to get into. Titans. I've heard amazing things, and I'm gonna out myself here, guys. I love Teen Titans Go. I know that that many people do not like it, but I missed Teen Titans, right? I missed that whole series. And so for me, the real connection was Teen Titans Go. And so that's what I've been connected to. And so I've gone back and I've watched a couple episodes of Teen Titans, and so I do like it. I like a lot of the stories that are there, but I really want to watch Titans. I've heard wonderful things about that. Let's see, who's my strongest hitter? I think it's I don't know. I'm going to go after Separatist here, and I'm going to go to Grievous. And I'm going to get him out of the way. Let's see. Now this is where 5-0 first. Okay. I'm okay with maybe losing a few points here. What I'm not okay with is losing here. I did put my 5-0 first on defense. So, Super Friends, He-Man. Oh my gosh, Thundercats. Such a great show. I remember I bought a Thundercats t-shirts from Gadzooks, right? If you guys remember that store. And it was just the symbol. And it was like I walked around with that thing proudly for years. I wore it into oblivion. Loved that shirt. And that's such a great show too. Oh my gosh. Sith Empire. I'm going to go full Sith Empire. I'm not going to risk it. Let's see. I might have needed another tank though. So yeah, Super Friends, like, did anyone watch oh my gosh, if I lose because of this, I'm going to be furious. The Brack Show or Space Ghost Coast to Coast. Those are some of my favorite shows. Another show that I feel doesn't get enough attention, and I'm going to lose, and I'm going to be really pissed off. Oh my gosh. Because he saved. Space Ghost Coast to Coast was awesome. Oh! After all that, it happens. I'm going to lose because of one effing thing. Anyways, Space Ghost Coast to Coast, just amazing. The Brack Show, I remember one time someone asked me like my favorite science quote, and it is hands down from the Brack Show. Brack walks up to Mr. Thundercleese, and he's like, "Mr. Thundercleese, what time is it?" And Thundercleese says, "Time is an abstract concept created by carbon-based life forms to monitor their ongoing decay." I mean, I can't put that any better, because it is perfect. It is perfect, right? It's what we do. All right, so let's see here. Tarkin, let's go after. I'm a little angry with myself for having lost that. Let's jump over here to Newt. Mr. Neuter. Who do we have? Oh. All right. So it looks like a bounty hunter lead with a Newt. And I just happen to have the bounty hunter in question. So it's Bosk. Who do they have? We've got yeah. This will be interesting. Let's do. But one show that I absolutely love, not Space Ghost. I mean, Space Ghost is great. It's oh man. Harvey Birdman, Attorney at Law. Harvey Birdman, Attorney at Law. Such a great show. Just phenomenal. Absolutely, just hands down one of my favorite shows. It's funny. It's clever. It's got some great characters. Great characterization. Like the character development over time is just, it's phenomenal. Pew! And of course nothing. But I'm a huge fan. I like cartoons, guys. Let's go ahead and get that off. And Shablamo. 55. Not a great win. But I mean, there's a lot of great TV. Oh, this is what I was going to say. Doesn't get a lot of screen time. Doesn't get a lot of play. The Venture Brothers. If you want an amazing cartoon, Like hands down amazing. And then like no joke, give it a shot. This is Adult Swim in its heyday, like just in its prime. Um the Venture Brothers. It is phenomenal. Like one of the best shows. So it takes a lot of those stereotypes that you saw in Space Ghost and Speed Buggy and Grape Ape, and it turns it into like a dark comedy, right? Two brothers, let's see, Captain. Two brothers who have a dad who is a super scientist who, you know, is not good at science, living in the shadow of his father who was a super scientist. It's so good. Xavier, it's along the same lines as Xavier Rene. Well, is it? I don't know. It's probably not a great, but it was on this. It was on the channel at the time. I'm telling you guys, do yourself a solid. It's on Hulu, I believe. Adult Swim. It's like it shows like that. It shows that, like it shows like the Venture Brothers and Aqua Teen Hunger Force and Metalocalypse that kind of paved the way for a lot of the great storytelling and cartoons that we have today. I love Rick and Morty. I think it's a great show. If you haven't, if you're a fan of Rick and Morty, you probably know this, but Gravity Falls, which is a total kids cartoon, on there's another one I can't remember, but total kids cartoon on crap, what it's called? It's Disney Plus. Great show, but it has ties into Rick and Morty, right? Amazing. Same thing with Bob's Burgers, Archer, like all of those shows all tie into early Adult Swim. You know, if you like Archer, you've got to go watch Frisky Dingo. Frisky Dingo season 1 is great. Frisky Dingo season 2 should be required watching during every presidential election. Like, and if you've seen it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Thunder the Barbarian. I'm going to look that up real quick. Thunder. Oh, yeah, that guy. So Thundar the Barbarian actually shows up in Harvey Birdman, right? And it's not it's pronounced Birdman, but it's Harvey Birdman, right? Birdman, but Birdman. It plays on that whole like Hasidic Jewish naming conventions. Really funny show. Let's see, Tarkin. Grand Moff Tarkin. Who do we got? Rebels. A Luke? No. Just Luke. I mean, I've already lost, so might as well give it a shot. But yeah, like Thundar the Barbarian. All of those Hanna-Barbera cartoons show up in Harvey Birdman. So it's a crime fighter turned lawyer, right? And it's hilarious. Like, it's so funny. Yeah, I love a good story, you know? And a lot of cartoons tell wonderful stories. And people like totally just like gloss over them because they're like, "Oh, it's a cartoon." So what? Like, man, I tell you, like, I've almost cried a couple times while watching Rick and Morty, like hands down. And I almost didn't give that show a chance. I'm glad that I did. Such a good show, right? But some of these cartoons, like it takes some time. But so who are we going? Back to Grievous. Douchington. All right. Squad counters for Grievous. General Grievous. Man, I'm pissed off at myself. So I'm gonna throw my Jedi at him. Let's go here. No, let's not do that. And Vencel. Let's actually do this. Let's go Galactic Grand Republic. Boom shakalaka, boom shakalaka, and then boom boom. There we go. Let's do that. Woo! So I have to stream tonight. If I don't stream tonight, then I go to work tomorrow, and by the time I get off, I've got it's over. Class is over and stuff, and I got stuff. So I always try to stream the night before. So, but I mean, if you want to see how to do it effectively, definitely Mike's not the channel. But if you want to goof off and talk about cartoons, I'm here for you. Yeah, I'm super stoked. Like I'm guys, I gotta tell you, like I'm really excited about the future of Star Wars right now. The fact that the Book of Boba Fett has been announced as far as the time, be prepared in the coming days to get our first trailer of it. Hold on, let me look at and see what they've got. All right, not terrible. So, I mean, let's face it. Like our first trailer is probably coming pretty soon, and it's in its final stages, most likely, right? Of getting prepped right now, and so like next couple of weeks, I'm really freaking stoked for that. And let's do this. Actually, no, let's do this. There we are. Yeah, let's do that. And so I don't know, like I'm really excited for Star Wars right now. It is a great time in my mind to be a fan. I was talking to a neighbor who, like, he's just getting into it. Like he doesn't have the same like fandom as a lot of people that I know. And we were talking about what's going on in the universe. Oh yeah, Robert Rodriguez. I mean, come on, that guy's brilliant. Lava Boy and Shark Girl. Can you think of a better film? Obviously not even his number ones. Hold on. But like, I love he's gonna do amazing work. I'm very excited for that. But what gets me most excited is just where we are as a fandom, as a canon. There's so much potential for just everything going on right now, and I'm so stoked, But Rodriguez has said that. What did he say? He said the Book of Boba Fett is like, so, I forget the official term, but it's gonna be ridiculous. See, GA Grundy says my GA this season is crud. I've messed it up way too much today. My opponent took out my JMK. Oh. Executor 18 and 19 minutes. That's insane. Um, I'm just excited, guys. Like, there's so much cool Star Wars. Like, when I'm done here, because I'm not feeling super great, I'm gonna take some melatonin. I'm gonna go up to bed. I wear contacts. Take my contacts out. I'm gonna grab my tablet, and I'm just gonna sit and read. And I'm gonna go through, and I'm gonna try to catch up on as much of the War of the the War of the Bounty Hunters, uh, as I can, because I'm stoked for what's going on. Like, I'm very excited. Let's bring in Boba. Also, can we admit that? Can we acknowledge that Admiral, what's his face, the one who makes all the videos that people watch, not Cubs fan Han, but the one from Chicago television. Man, my brain is just failing me tonight. I was watching a video the other day, or just watching a stream of his, and I was like, he calls that he points out that we're finally getting Trench, and that it's a Jango Fett ship that's coming out. I mean, a Jango Fett Slave One, because that's its name, Slave One. It's not the Hunted or whatever stupid name, Mike Zero. No, Arnold. That's the one. Oh my gosh, why could I not think of his name? Arnold. Yes, Arnold. I don't know, guys. Like, seriously, dude, the COVID has, like, my brain. It's not functioning. It's. But anyways, like, so we've got. He mentioned, and he pointed out that we're gonna get the Jango Fett, Slave One, which makes sense if they're gonna then bring in the Boba Fett. Yeah, the fire spray. Oh my gosh. Because, I mean, they call the fire spray because it's like a fire spray class ship. And I'm like, all right, fine. But that's not its name. It's the Slave One, right? And just because you don't like the name now, you're taking it out of context, right? Or you're making a mountain out of a molehill here. Like, no one's saying that slavery is a good thing. No one. But that's not what that is. That's not what that represents. And even if it did, let's face it, guys, it's a fictional universe. Right? I mean, as much as I love Star Wars, and I'm pretty confident that somewhere there is a galaxy far, far away that all this crap does exist in. I mean, that's my conspiracy hat going off, and definitely not something I tell the doctors if they ever ask me. But, like, it's a fictional universe, right? So I was watching this, and I think this is the key point. I was reading or watching a news review. I was watching something I saw on the news, and I say the news here because I think it was just YouTube. A YouTuber talking about it. Someone had talked about how a Khal Drogo was being interviewed, right, for Aquaman. Obviously, Khal Drogo and Aquaman are one and the same personage. Not the actor who plays Khal Drogo, the actual characters. They are clearly the same. They played the character, like, and he was asked in an interview, looking back at your actions or your character's actions in Game of Thrones, do you ever regret doing that scene? And the scene was his character forced himself on the Mother of Dragons, right? And he's like, it was a movie. I didn't do it, right? But if I'm an actor, when the director says this is the action you take, you take the action. You as an actor aren't the one doing the thing, right? And, like, people just get so up in arms about stuff, and it's like, guys, it's make believe, right? Yes, he was a bad character. But that's what he was portraying, a bad character. A bad guy. Right? I mean, anyways, it's just crazy. The world we live in is nuts. But yeah, Slave One, it's a ship name, man. It's always Slave One. It will always be Slave One. You can say it is a fire spray class, whatever. Fine. Its name, Slave One. That's its name. Sorry, I'll get off my horse, I promise. Or get trampled by one. I mean, that's also a thing too. So, I don't know. Anyways, oh man, you know what? And it comes down to this too. So, 26-41. I'm going to lose if my opponent attacks, right? Let me show you guys real quick what I've gone up against. Like, he's got 4 different relics. As long as he attacks, I'm going to lose. So, let's hope he doesn't, right? Fingers crossed. Yeah, you wouldn't say the Sinar ship because that's who made it. It's ridiculous. Escudo down zero. Squadron zero. Right, that makes a lot more sense. So yeah, I'm most likely going to be losing this battle, which it happens, right? If I can do well in the next rounds, whatever. Yeah, they don't notice the Wookiee scalps. Oh my gosh. Yeah, he's got Wookiee scalps, right? Boba Fett's not a good guy. If anything, he's an anti-hero. But that's it. I mean, that's the most that man can be. But let's look at this. Oh, there I am. I finally got it. All right. Mandalorian. Ugh, I hate these things. But I'm going to put them on because otherwise I'm going to forget to do it and not do it. So, boom, shakalaka. I do love that they're going to fix the gear crunch. Very excited for that. Tomorrow I will be Gear 7 starring the Dark Trooper. Very excited for that. I'll bring him up to Gear 12 first. And then, thanks, Grundy, for joining me. I appreciate it. I'm going to bring him up to Gear 12 first. And then I might wait a little bit on the relics. I think I'm going to stop my Imperial relics at 3 for now. And so I'll bring up Dark Trooper to 3. And then I think that Grundy was the one that was suggesting this. I think I may go full Bad Batch. Like, as I look at this is kind of where I'm at. I'm not ready to invest in another galactic legend. I want to have fun. And I want to go after the characters that I want to go after. And so there's a couple that I'm clearly going to get either all the way up or whatever. So, like, I have Chewbacca here. I'll get him to Relic 7. Like, my bounty hunters, I'm going to get the rest of my bounty hunters to Relic 5 so that I could finally use Grief Karga and the Mandalorian in Sea Pit. I actually came in, I think, 3rd in this last Sea Pit, which is huge for me. And the more I can do, the better, obviously. But 5 is that basic. I think I'm gonna bring some of my Night Sisters up. I've been spending some time with the ladies. Where are they? I passed them. And like I'm not super far off. And Night Sister Zombie and Old Daka, I think these are the 2 that are the best to get up. And so getting them to Relic 5 so that I can have them participate in the Sea Pit, not necessarily a terrible idea, because right now I have quite a few Relic characters, right? And depending on what this new these gear changes look like, I'm very excited for this, while at the same time there's a lot to do. And so, I mean, we'll see, right? We'll see what they look like. But if that's the case, I'll be getting my Sith up to Relic 5 if I can start getting more and more Relic material. Um, all of my Geos are up at 5. I'll probably get a lot of those kind of lay uh, Separatists that I don't have to Relic 5. I'll probably get them up. Same thing with even my First Order. I don't like the First Order, and I don't think that we'll see much use for them necessarily. I mean, they're definitely down on the list, but yeah, I'll get them up. Infus Nest, she's actually above Newt Gunray in my mind as far as who do I want to work on next. Actually, these two ladies, Old Daka and Infus Nest, they really fight out for position. But yeah, I'm really excited about where this is going to go, and so I don't know. We'll see. This is where I am at currently. As I've mentioned before, I'm slowly trying to get my ships. I've been gearing the Vulture droid. I've been bomber, hyena bomber, Vulture droid. I'm trying to get these two up because I want a separatist fleet. You know, I want an effective separatist fleet. They need to also. So I love the announcements that they made, but they also need to start making it easier to farm ships. I really want more ships, right? Maybe it's just a matter of putting them on the same increase as the others. I don't know, but they need to make it easier to farm ships. Anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Like, subscribe, share. This has been Thaddeus from Going Nerdy. And as always, my friends, smile and stay